This video is about doing an oil change on a 2000 SLK320. It's got the 3.2 litre V6 as you can see, and you will now be required to remove the under tray because they don't actually put a drain access point into the undershield, so the whole of the undershield on this particular model is going to have to come off. It's held on with various self-tapping screws, so it looks like I'm going to need a Phillips screwdriver and a 10mm socket just to get them screws out. So I'll get the undershield off and then we'll go from there. I've now removed the cover. It was only held on with 6 screws. There was a 4 M10 headed self-tapping screws, hex headed self-tapping screws, and a couple of self-tappers which just went into these other bits of plastic here. The car has got an aluminium sump, and on the driver's side there's a small drain plug which is easily missed, but it's just there. Right, as I said, the oil drain sump plug is on the driver's side of the sump. It's an aluminium sump. It's a 13mm. The engine capacity is 8 litres of fully synthetic oil, so you are going to require a container which will hold the 8 litres. I'm using a 10 litre tub which I've got. It's an old grout or wall adhesive, tile adhesive tub that I've got, and that's perfect for doing this. I've also, as you can see, I've put a towel, an old towel no longer wanted, and I've got that on top there just for any little bits of splatter, just to protect your driveway. So I'm now going to undo that and drain the oil. Another good thing to be when doing oil change, latex gloves, ideal for doing this. This pair will be ruined when I do this because I will get oil all over them, and also have some rag to hand ready to catch any mess. There we have it. The oil's now being drained out. The sump plug is quite long, so it's got a copper washer on. Don't lose the copper washer. You may get a new copper washer with your oil filter, which sometimes they supply. Now what we ought to do is remove the oil filter. What I've done is I've put some rag around the area where the oil filter is. I've also got myself a container to put the oil filter in when I pull it out, and I've got myself a leather oil filter wrench. There is no hexagon on the top of this type of filter, so you're going to have to use like a strap wrench around the filter to just loosen it. I mean, they aren't tight, they're only at 25 Newton meters, so they don't need to be tight. Right, using the strap wrench you can just undo the filter. As you can see, it's now coming undone. Once it's loose, you should be able to undo it by hand anyway, so I should now, yeah, there you go, it's now coming out by hand. You have your container ready, because when you pull it out it's going to be a little bit messy. Like I said, very messy, so well worth putting all the rag around it. Well, I had to find a bigger tub to put the oil filter in because it was being a bit of a mess. So luckily I had another 10 litre tile adhesive tub. So I've put the filter in there to let that drain. The filter, I believe, just slides on. Right, the filter just slides on. It's a push fit, so you have to pull on it quite hard, but it comes. Oh, that's gone back. Comes up. and you're just left with that bit. There's an O-ring on there, there's an O-ring on that end as well, there's another O-ring on there, so that's 3, and there's an O-ring on the actual bit. I believe in the new filter you get new ones, so I'm going to go look. Removed all the old O-rings, they're all off, and you now get a bag with all brand new ones in, so I'm now going to fit them. All the new O-rings are now fitted on. Now it's just time to push the filter on. The filter is just a push fit, you just push it all the way down to the bottom, and there we go, it's ready to be put back in. As you can see, I've cleaned out the residue of oil which was in the housing. I just used some kitchen towel for that. I'm now going to insert the oil filter back in. It's all back on. Right, I just did it up hand tight in the end. A new sump plug washer was not supplied with the filter. I was a bit surprised. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I thought this one would have had one, but it didn't. As you can now see, it's just dripping a little bit now, so I'm happy that the majority of the oil, that'll drip all day if I let it. So I'm now going to put the sump plug back in and put the fresh oil in. Right, I'm quite precise with refilling my cars with oil. I have a 1 litre plastic measuring jug. I also have a homemade improvised funnel which makes pouring the oil into the engine far easier. It's made out of a squash bottle with the end cut off. I only use it for engine oil. It's kept in a clean bag, so it's always dust free and dirt free, as with the jug is always kept in a bag, so everything is kept very clean. So that's my homemade improvised funnel, and this is my 1 litre jug, and I will measure precisely 8 litres and put it in the car, run it, and then check the dipstick. Get my first litre of oil, and I'm now going to go and put it in. Once I'd put the 8 litres of oil in, I then checked with the dipstick. You've got a minimum and a maximum on the dipstick, and mine came spot on to the maximum, so I was well happy with that. So yeah, job well done.